This is my Bejeweled lobster sugar cookie. I don't know where I came up with the idea for this, but here we are. These are fondant pieces that I made with silicone molds. Little airbrushing. Okay, so my camera, sorry, my phone not focusing where it's supposed to be focusing. This is airbrush food coloring in an airbrush machine, same as any other airbrush equipment, except it's all food grade. That is how I mix the color. Sometimes I have to go over the same areas multiple times, like the fondant piece has to dry, set a little bit, then you have to go over it again because it will only take so much food coloring at a time. It doesn't absorb very easily. As you can see, it looks really wet here. And then at some point I'll powder over it. This is how I mix some more color. Usually I have to add white to your coloring in the little pot because airbrush color is an opaque and it's really dark. So like the blue will come out looking more like a blue-black, and then I add white to get it to look more cobalt. This is a little icing glue, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. It's the royal icing. It's the same icing that's on the base of the cookie. And it helps that it's the same color. So if any squishes out, and there's always some that squishes out, it won't be as noticeable because the color matches. And that's nice. I'm still going to edit it, clean up some of that, but there's always a little that shows. Very gentle pressing down because we don't want that piece to break. Oh, my neighbor's dog is barking. I don't know if you can hear that, but this little rascal, he barks a lot. I've had people say to me a few times, like, you must love doing tedious stuff, and I actually don't. It's just what's required, I guess. This is a food coloring marker, and man, I love these. They're like regular markers, just with food coloring. And I got them, I think I got all of mine from CookieCon, which is a cookie convention. It's like a decorated sugar cookie convention where they have classes, and it's like where you can meet up with your cookie friends. And yeah, they have shopping, and it's fun to get some new stuff, even though I pretty much have everything at this point. Too much stuff at this point. This is gel coloring, red gel with vodka. The vodka will evaporate, but what it does is it thins the gel coloring and it helps it dry much faster. It kind of makes it similar to airbrush coloring. And what do I use? I use Everclear. Everclear, I think it's 190 proof, 180, 190 proof. Whatever, it dries the fastest. That's why I use it. This is a little powder. Oh, gonna have to fix that little ditty. But that was powdered sugar. That helps to set the airbrush coloring and helps dry it out so it's not tacky or sticky. You can see how messy it is doing this stuff. I mean, my gloves, I probably changed them, I don't know, three, 4 times at this point, and you can see all the sugar stuck all over them. It's a very, very messy task. And here we have to be really careful. Don't want to break this piece. The trick is getting the fondant piece to be firm, but not too firm so it doesn't crack when you press it down. And you don't want it too soft or it'll stretch and get smushed when you press it down. So I have to get it in the perfect little balance of firmness and softness. Gotta fix this little bit. And then I'm cutting this piece to fit it where I want it, like a little puzzle. Oh, I love this mold. I have about 200 of them. Half of them I made, half of them I purchased. And when you use a bad one, you can really tell the difference. Also, you have to make sure your fondant is firm enough, but not too firm, or it'll crack. And that you powder the mold really well, but not too much powder, or it'll affect the design. And you'll see here, I screwed up, which I've done many, many times. You'd think by now I would know, but sometimes I just kind of wing it, I kind of rush it, and then I have to redo it again, which is no fun for anyone. As you can see, there's plenty to do, so plenty to do. So who wants to do more than you have to? I don't. So if you do it right the first time, you only have to do it once. I'll do a little cleaning up. And this is a little white brushing over the top to make the colors or the design pop. And I don't even know why I did it here, because I knew I was going to go over it with gold and you're not even going to see it. But I don't know, I did it anyway. Love this marker. It's hard to see in the video, but it's super pigmented and it's shimmery and metallic and it's super pretty when it catches the light. People would be surprised at how many tools exist for dessert decorating. Now this is the final stretch, doing all the little tiny details. Gotta add gold. That is my thing. This is a powdered gold mixed with vodka. And then we're finished. And here's my lobster. So pretty.